Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and today we are beginning the final season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. This is going to be interesting, especially because this is our shortest season of GX by far. This is only 24 episodes of a season, which I'm curious about why that is. Um, you know, just they had 5Ds in mind, it was already being produced, and there was no more time to push out more GX, maybe. But from this point on, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series are pretty decent length for anime, obviously. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, the main series, what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is known for, goes from having 124 episodes just from the base count. But then you add on stuff like, Capsule Monsters, you add on the 2 movies the series has, and it becomes a very long series. GX, on the other hand, is much shorter than just baseline Yu-Gi-Oh! It's only 180, and I believe from then on, every Yu-Gi-Oh! Series after that point has gotten shorter and shorter. 5Ds, I think, is 154 episodes, and then I think from that on, Zexal is around, 148, and I think Arc 5 is, 146, so it gets shorter and shorter over time. Which is interesting, it definitely stands out for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters as being the longest one, mostly because I believe duels just take so much longer to conclude in that series. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to think about that. And while I will be doing 5Ds at some point down the line, not immediately after doing GX, that is as far as I'm going to go in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm not going to do Zex or 5Ds or Brains or anything past that point. I think the main 3 series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is enough. But it is interesting about that. But yeah, for the Season 4, I'm really curious how we're going to do this season, because unlike Duel Monsters, where we've had a lot of looming threats over the story, we haven't really established or introduced any kind of threat that has been built up over the course of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX's run. It's very much arcs are confined to their own personal storylines, and then we kind of end it at that. We don't have any lingering, lore about the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX world or anything like that to really, I think, theorize on what the main villain of the series could be. Like, obviously, Yami Bakura, the whole part of the Pharaoh Atem, all that good stuff. Given that these characters are just people, they are just, regular people established in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! There isn't anything, ancient about their backstory outside, Jaden being the Supreme King, which has already been dealt with. There's nothing really here to tie any villain to any of the characters anymore. So I'm really curious what we're going to do in this, because, obviously, for the finale of Yu-Gi-Oh! You do want to establish a threat, but I don't know how you would go above and beyond for a threat that could be more than, Yubel or something, because Yubel has been by far the most powerful entity we've had in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and presumably that's done now. We had the whole her fusing with Jaden thing in Season 3's finale. Yubel and Jaden's spirits are now one. I'm curious how they're gonna develop that in this season. Obviously, it can be a case of just Jaden's in control, Yubel is like a second persona inside of his mind, and then, she gives Jaden the keys all the time to actually, interact with his body. It might be that, they split half and half. Sometimes one responds, the other responds. I'm curious what they're actually going to do with that, because it is the most interesting thing, because fusing souls is a permanent thing. It's something permanent. It can affect personalities at a, well, it just creates a new personality. It doesn't affect other ones. It merges 2 of them together. So I'm really curious for Judai's development, specifically what they're going to do in this season. But at the same time with that, we do need more from other characters, And because this season is so short, I'm curious if we are going to finally go back to the roots of GX, which has usually been episodic storylines, because we need more. For this final season, we really need more from the other characters, because, Season 3 was so Jaden focused to the point to where most other people did not even play a match. Bastion, Alexis, even Cyrus, I think. Those 3, I don't think played any matches at all in Season 3 of GX, and that is insane. So, I really hope, because obviously the main character always takes central focus in the final seasons of anime, but you really, in this particular anime, you really do need to have some more establishments for the other characters, and, because this is going to be the graduation, I assume, is going to be the finale of GX. It's going to be everyone graduating from Duel Academy in the 3rd year. And they need to stand on their own to really prove that they are worthy candidates to actually graduate this place. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do go on with that. I'm curious if we're going to focus a lot on the Season 3 characters, you know, O'Brien, Jim, and Johan, since they were so integrated into the story of that season. And, you know, just in general, I'm curious what we're going to actually do in this season, you know. Because, obviously, character versus character is something I've brought up a lot. I do want to see that. And I'm really curious how they actually pace this season. But yeah, it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously, there's going to be some kind of established villain, but I don't know what I'm really expecting, because this season is less time than the Shadow Rider arc. And the Shadow Rider arc had a whole bunch of, you know, mix in with, you know, like, filler episodes in the sense that they are completely irrelevant and never mentioned to the story of the Shadow Rider arc, you know, which I think was the worst arc in Yu-Gi-Oh! So far, or GX at least, you know. I know the other episodes are established, they are promoted, they are, like, packaged into, like, the DVDs and stuff. So these 2 DVDs do cover, like, all of the, they cover all of the filler stuff, like, you know, the pirate episode, the, you know, the, like, the Duel Monster Spirit Day episode and stuff. Those are in there, counted as the Shadow Rider arc, but this, you know, the Shadow Rider arc in total was like maybe 15 episodes, actually a Shadow Rider dueling, so I'm curious what we'll do here, you know. And that does raise a question, you know. What is your guys' favorite slice of life episode in GX, you know? Any season is fine, you know, like the Moki Moki episode, the, you know, like, the Duel Monster Spirit Day episode, you know, anything that has no establishment, or like the game show episode from Season 2. What is your favorite standalone episode of GX? I'm curious about that. Not tied to the plot or anything, just slice of life, casual dueling, you know. Mine's gonna be the Duel Monster Spirit Day episode, and you guys know why. But yeah, anyway guys, we're doing the final season of GX. Beginning it. I'm excited. Hope you are as well. So let's begin it. So the big kind of thing about this season I'm really wondering is once again Shepard going to be the cause of the conflict? Because this guy is like the most antagonistic guy in Yu-Gi-Oh! Who's not labeled in any way as an antagonist, but is always responsible for the shit that goes on, right? Like, he had the spirit keys to unlock the Sacred Beast cards, gave them to the students, ignited the conflict. He started the Gen X tournament in Season 2, which led to Sartorius being able to, you know, make contact with the Prince for the satellite. You know, Season 3, he directly called Cobra to the island for Jaden's development, and he brought all the other characters with him. So it's always Shepard being the fucking catalyst for these antagonistic threats, and I'm really curious, you know, is this guy gonna mess up again? Genuinely, is he gonna fuck us up a 3rd time? No, 4th time, actually. But yeah, I'm curious where we're gonna go with this, and technically right now, Jaden should have the Sacred Beast cards on his person. So that's curious. But yeah, anyway guys, let's go. You might have some actual, like, genuine powers as well. Like, you might have all of Yubel's, like, reality bending powers. That would be insane. He's apparently fine. Yeah. He's fine. Whatever the hell this is. Even got his dual disc on him. Oh man. Life goes back to normal. It's ironically been so long since we've even been inside Duel Academy. What? Bro, why is he in blue in that shot? Why is he in blue? That better have been an error. He is not worthy of blue. That's the sky cracking. That's the sky cracking. That reality is shattering there. Oh my god, what is this, a Dark Angel? What was that? In canon, what's it been? A week. A week, maybe. What is this BDSM dude doing? Like, it's been a week since the fucking Duel stuff happened, right? What the hell? Literally can't catch a break at any point. Alright. Yo! Yo! Wait a minute! Wait a minute. What the fuck? What was that dual disc? Yo, was the dual disc change colors? Dude, that's a red dual disc. That looks epic. Oh my god, that looks epic. That looks epic. He's got a... Dude? Oh my god, lolly, let's go. Are we getting updates to the dual discs? Are we actually getting color coordinated dual discs? Dude, that'd be sick! That would be sick! Oh no, he's got Duel's power. That's a new Neos card, that's not Rainbow Neos. Alright, I like this opening. Oh, why is he back in blue? Why is he back in blue? Yo! A looming threat, a mysterious visitor. Dude, dual disc upgrade, let's go! Dude, don't look, that looks so sick! The color palette looks epic! That's great! Dude. Okay, oh my god, look at the blues. Oh, the blue one looks incredible. Dude, for like the yeah, because this isn't even like... This just kind of, I guess, shows like evolution in the Yu-Gi-Oh series, because this wasn't even like a thing that third years get. This is just something new. Dude, the aesthetic of that is incredible. Oh, I'd love a blue dual disc in that color. That is incredible. Oh, it's been a month. You got a month off. Okay. Real? Dude, they were in the opening! What the fuck? All of that! Dude, like, Jaden's basically bum chum is just gone now. Dude, alright, so, gotta start talking. I'm pausing a lot, we gotta start talking. So the main, wow, that's really unfortunate actually, because, yeah, like, on screen, there was nothing with O'Brien or Jim after, like, the Supreme King killed them. So, canonically on screen at least, for our benefit, they just got beaten. Well, O'Brien beat the Supreme King, but they just got beaten and then they left. Like, there's nothing after that for them. Why not just use them for the final season, genuinely? We can have some slice of life with them. But even Johan, that's shocking that they're all going. But alright then. Also, this guy, right? Let's just get him on screen. This man, Bonaparte, genuinely the most useless character in the anime, by far. He showed up in Season 2, did fuck all. He started the whole ridiculous storyline of trying to wipe out the Red Dawn that got infuriating after like the 5th time it happened. Did nothing in Season 3, and is just going. The most pointless character in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! He did nothing. He did actually nothing. He was worthless to the end. Even his son Martin, who they were kind of building up as having some kind of arc in Season 3, was also cut short. This was like the big connection that Ray had to someone in Duel Academy, and he's going too? Pointless! Write these two out the story. They did nothing of worth in Yu-Gi-Oh! They did nothing. Alright, so... Interesting. So they're finally... So Alexis is finally accepting her time in the Blue Dawn. Ray was never in the Blue Dawn, though. I don't know why she's going to Blue. Because she came to Duel Academy at the end of Season 2. She wasn't even enrolled in the school yet. And her wish, upon winning the Gen X tournament... No, she didn't win it. Wait, did she win it? No, Chaz won the tournament, but her request was to be in the Slifer dorm. She was never admitted to blue at all, so I don't know why she's just getting a free jump into blue here, saying she's returning to the dorm when she was never in blue to begin with. She wasn't even part of the school before that point. Whoa! Whoa! And here's the other problem. Cyrus rejected the blue gear because he didn't feel worthy of it in Season 3. He's done nothing since then to earn the blue gear. He didn't even fight the Supreme King like he should have. Why is he going to blue? He was worse after Season 3 than he was in Season 2. He had some matches in Season 2. He had some wins in Season 2. What the hell does he think he's going to blue for, you know? He's done nothing on screen to earn it. I don't care about a time skip, about a, you know, promotion match or something. Show that in the damn season if you want to make me buy him going back into blue, you know? Everyone is just leaving there. Like Chaz is back in blue too? He renovated the whole fucking Red Dorm to live there. Who's living there now? He's got a better room in Slifer than the blue dorm, than like the whole blue dorm castle. So where's Bastion? Where's Bastion? Therapy for all of you. Compulsory. You don't get an option. You are going to therapy. And okay. That even kind of sucks. Because if he's really in the blue dorm now, like he's staying there in his brother's room, that sucks so much for Jaden, because he literally rejected the promotion in Season 1 to chill with Cyrus, you know? Like, he actually, he specifically did not become a bigger color because he wanted all his friends to be together. And now Cyrus just went. What happened to always being a Slifer at heart? What happened to always sticking by Jaden and his friends the entire time, right? Like, they're all moving on, they're all moving up, and the main damn character is still in the red gear, and now has no one to be there with. Bro, we're making this season worse. It's like the gang's all breaking up. That fucking cat's never gonna disappear, is it? He's still in the tool shed that they called a dorm at the last moment.
Judai-kun,
hello, Banner. Seriously, it's like the most random thing. I don't even know why he's here. He hasn't really contributed anything in the story.
Judai-kun, 君は変わったにゃ。君は異世界で本当の自分を見つけた。だけどそのために今までとは全く違う道を歩むことになるかもしれないにゃ。
Cards? New cards for a new deck? No. A right phone.
何の真似だこれは。それは本当なのか。
You're not even gonna make a voice?
俺のターンだ。行くぞ。モンスターを召喚。
Okay, I love the new discs. That is incredible. Yeah, I want the blue one. That looks sick. Blue's my favorite color. Even the red, even that looks pretty good too. The yellow. The dual discs don't work? Are they defective?
すまないのね、二人ともすでに知ってると思うけど、今我が校のデュエルシステムに不具合が発生しているのね。
そのようですね。私たちには起きていないんですが。
So it's the new dual discs are glitching out, I guess.
カードを粗末に扱ってる奴らが
傷でもつけたんでしょ。
よく言うよ。俺たちのカードにも散々落書きしたくせに。
Really?
満場面の兄貴の愛情表現なのよ。
お前らは引っ込んでろ。
For real.
でもそうとは限らないわ。新しいデュエルディスクの初期不良
Yeah,
かも。
yeah, the new dual
現在
discs.
インダストリアルイリュージョン社と海馬コーポレーションに問い合わせているのですが、両社とも不具合を否定しています。
きちんと作動するカードがある以上、まずはカードの方を疑うのが自然でしょうね。
いずれインダストリアルイリュージョン社
So are there like little microchips in the cards to make them work with the dual disc then? If the old cards might be working,
その
then
時速やかに
could be
対
a
応できるよ
problem.
う君たちに疑わしきカードを回収してほしい。
我々はこの前の事件の事後処理がまだ終わってないのね。シニョールたちを見込んでこの仕事を頼みたいのね。
Of course.
わかりました。
Because why?
この
Why
学園の
would,
ト
why
ラブ
would
ル
the
なら
actual, like, you
我
know,
々
teachers do
ブルー寮
anything?
の生徒が率先して手伝うべきでしょう。
鮫島校長、クロノス教と各寮に協力を仰ぎ、速やかに事態を収拾します。
Man, they've really matured.
二人とも頼もしくなったものです。だがもうすぐあの子たちも卒業してしまうので
Yeah,
すね。
yeah, that's gonna be the end of the
寂
story.
しくなるのね。
It's gonna be, yeah, yeah, yeah. The plot's gonna leave with the characters. Who the hell is that guy?
聞いてると。
そのカードを私たちで回収することになったわ。
僕は剣山君を手伝ってイエロー寮を回るよ。
すまないと。丸藤先輩。
ブルー寮は添乗員君と藤原に任せる。俺はコンピューター室に行ってシステムをチェックする。
Who's this, like,
僕も
weird,
一緒に行こう。
like,
コンピュー
grass
ター
haired
の扱い
dude?
は慣れている。
わかったわ、藤原君。ブルー寮
Fujiwara.
は私が何とかする。
じゃあレッド寮は。
Is he doing
大
anything
丈
right
夫だ
now?
よ。レッド寮は今兄貴しかいないんだ。
もうずっと会ってない
Is
ぞ。
he the only
今は
red left?
休息が必要なんだろう。そっとしておくさ。
Yeah, this guy is sus as hell.
みんな自分の仕事をす
You
るん
don't
だ。
just introduce a rando for the cast and then expect me to be
ねえ
okay
剣
with
山
it.
君、今一緒にいたの誰だっけ？
Yeah.
藤原先輩のことザウルス？
藤原君。そっか、藤原君だったね。時々彼が誰だかわからなくな
Like
る
he
時があっ
never
て。
existed
冗談
before.
はやめてほしいの。藤原先輩は入学した時からずっと丸藤先輩や兄貴と一緒ザウルス。
Really?
何寝ぼけてると。
そうだったね。
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all.
生徒手帳は持ってきてるな。
あ、今日は忘れてきちゃって。
何やってるんだ。ここはデュエルアカデミアの心臓部。入室には ID が必要なんだぞ。そういえばお前誰？
Damn.
やだな、万丈目くん。僕たちは3年間ずっと一緒だったじゃないか。
See,
そうだった。
we gotta get the plot moving. If this was a 56 episode season, we'd spend 5 episodes on this guy before revealing anything.
ブルー寮一人じゃ大変だ。
そうだな。
Who are you? What is your purpose here? What more sketchy shit do you want in this academy?
マスター、あなたはどこにいるんです？あなたの手がかりが必ずどこか
You
に。
better not be talking about Jaden.
あった。これが。
藤原君、そっちの具合はどう？
特に異常は。
そう。じゃあ会議室へ来て。カードが集まったわ。
Cool.
わかった。
That's a lot of cards.
結構な数が集まったと。
こいつは由々しき事態だ。
Ooh,
これが
magic
それぞれ
cylinder.
のカードの持ち主のリストよ。
チェックの後、間違いがないよう持ち主に返さないとな。
That's a pain.
なんかあのカード変じゃないか。
I guess the dual spirits might be able to tell better.
あのカード黒ずんで見えるけど、万丈目の兄貴にその
There's like shadow magic interfering with the cards.
俺たちもう余計なことに巻き込まれるのはごめんなんだ。万丈目の兄貴にはカードのこと見えないみたいだし、どうせ言ったって信じてくれないしさ。その通り。
I'd like to think by now he has more trust in you guys than that, but who knows? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my god, what the hell?
遅かったな、藤原。
Absolute weirdos.
一件落着だ。
これは
A gold mine of cards and dark energy.
これをどうするつもりだ。
もちろん、インダストリアルイリュージョン社からエンジニアが来るまで保管する。
ダメだ、そんなんじゃすぐに処分するんだ。
処分？
そうさ、これは危険なカードだ。すぐに焼き捨てた方がいい。
何言ってるの？
What is he
どん
doing?
なカードでもカードはデュエリストの魂よ。そんなことできるわけないじゃない。
そうっす。
でも
あとは俺たちに任せろ。
So what are you trying to do? Burn every card on the island? Like, what the hell do you want to burn the cards for? Dude, a copy of Jinzo is in there. That's painful. That's very painful. It's not even the case with Jinzo in it.
このカードたちはこうするしかないんだ。
He really did it! He actually burned them to the ground! Oh my god. He actually burned every card. There was a copy of Jinzo in there, you lunatic! Cards destroyed. Oh, that hurts to see just for me. For the anime, like, goddamn.
一体どうなってるの？
Every card gone.
なんでこんな火の気のないとこで。
そうっす。
So they can't see the dark energy?
これは事件の匂いがする。
いや、これはもう事件だと。
That's kind of interesting. Even like Chaz can't see it. Yeah, everyone's gonna be annoyed at that as well. Just from a few cards, that much energy? Okay, so the spirits can see it just fine, but for some reason Chaz and I guess Jaden also won't be able to see it.
早く知らせなくちゃ。もう時間がない。あれか。
Who's at the abandoned dorm?
こいつは。
You thought you'd get rid of it by burning the cards and it just released it, ironically enough.
ここまでか。
ほう、こいつか。はねくり坊。
Hi.
お前が言っていたのは。
He looks a lot more serious.
お前は引っ込んでろ。お前との話は
Alright, why can't Chaz see that? He's got the exact same ability. Or is this something that he gets with Yubel's power now?
人間の中に私の存在を嗅ぎ当てる奴がいるとはな。
俺には少々不思議な力があって。
I'm gonna assume that this is Yubel's power making him see this thing.
デュエルモンスターズを悪用しようってやつがさ。
What are we looking at?
確かに君の中
This
には
thing's made
異
of
様なものを
cards.
感じる。だが決して
Oh, it's this
我々
weirdo.
の味方ではないようだな。
お前みたいなやつに加担するくらいなら消えた方が
I've done
マ
it
シだ。
before.
それでは言葉通り消えてもらおう。障害は取り除かなければならない。
Bro, if you don't know what our main character is.
消えるのはお
So
前の
his
方だ
cards are... Yeah, his cards would be fine.
デュエル。
I don't think cards with spirits in them would be a problem, probably.
ダークアーキタイプ召喚。
That's his name? Dark Archetype?
ターン終了。
ダークアーキタイプ。見たことのないモンスターだ。
Yeah.
どんなモンスターが来ようが、俺は俺のやり方でいく。
We're gonna get a deck update for our good old Judai here.
カードを1枚伏せ。マジックカード融合を発動。 手札のバブルマンとフェザーマンを融合。
Oh.
現れろエレメンタルヒーローセイラーマン。
Like, I think we've seen this thing maybe 3 times by now. Maybe 3. Yeah.
悪いが今の俺はそんな
I don't know why he didn't summon Bubble Man first and then do that for the 2 card effect, but whatevs. He knows better than I do.
融合解除。融合モンスターを分離させ素材のモンスターたちを特殊召喚できる。
Okay.
2体のモンスター。
That's wasting a lot of
この
resources.
ターン俺はまだ通常召喚を行っていない。2体のモンスターを生贄に。現れろエレメンタルヒーローネオス。
Your whole hand to play Neos is crazy.
いけネオス。
トラップ発動ゼロゲイザー。モンスターが攻撃された時そのモンスターの攻撃力をゼロにしデッキからカードをドローする。
That is a crazy draw
モ
card.
ンスターの攻撃力を下げれたと。
He gave up 2,500 points for 1 card draw.
この瞬間ダークアーキタイプの効果が発動。ダークアーキタイプがバトルで破壊された時受けたダメージと同じ攻撃力を持つモンスターを特殊召喚し、そのモンスターのレベルと合計が同じになるだけ手札のモンスターを墓地へ送る。私が受けたダメージは2500。手札のレベル4とレベル3のモンスターを墓地に送り。
Do they have graveyard effects?
現れろ暗黒界のマシンレイン。
攻撃力2500。ネオスと並んだ。
Yes, yes it is.
私のターン。私は装備魔法。
After so long, the Axe of Despair makes an appearance. The ultimate equip, well not the ultimate, but one of the best equipped cards. Dude, all these episodes with such shitty 300 like attack point increases equipped cards, and he just pulls out the GOAT of them all. Okay.
なぜ破壊されない。ヒーローシールドを装備したネオスがバトルで破壊される。
Put Mirror Force back in your deck now.
カードを墓地に送ることでそれを阻止する。さらにプレイヤーが受けたダメージ1000ポイントにつき1枚カードをドロー。
ターンエンド。
Apparently, someone told me that plot convenience the card is banned in the anime now, because at this point we reached the anime where it's banned in IRL stuff, so we won't see that anymore, which is unfortunate. I thought we'd at least get it for the rest of GX's run, but it's gone. We reached a monumental point in Yu-Gi-Oh now, though.
ネオスフォースを装備したネオスの攻撃力は800ポイントアップする。攻撃力。
Now just imagine if you had Axe of Despair. How much better would that be? You know, it's a better card. Oh, maybe not if it has an extra effect.
ネオスフォースを装備したネオスがモンスターを破壊したとき、破壊したモンスターの攻撃力。
Oh, fair enough. Then that is better than Axe of Despair.
なんだと。
ネオスフォース。
Easy, easy, GG.
これがネオスの力だ。
Easy.
勇気10代。これで終わったと思うなよ。
Oh, great. Well, if it doesn't die from dueling, how the hell do you beat it?
お前は誰だ。なぜ奴に追われていた。
やだな、10代君。僕のことを忘れちゃったの？僕だよ、藤原祐介。
藤原。
I'm guessing his powers won't work on him.
そうだよ。ずっと僕たちは一緒だったじゃないか。ずっと。
That didn't work. Oh! He's got the eyes of Yubel.
俺にそんな小細工は通用しない。お前は一体何者なんだ。
Oh, that is sick. He can use Yubel's power and eyes. Oh, I would have been fine if he actually kept like Yubel's eyes as his permanent eyes now. That would be epic. But yeah, like, Ubel is immune to any form of mind control. So now, by proxy, Judai is immune to any form of mind control. Also, just having, like, that is insane. I guess it's not mind control, more is it, like, hypnosis or whatever? Implanting false memories, but still. Bro, even in the ED, Chess can't get a win, right? No one plays Lightning Vortex in the anime. That'd be a good card. Also, I swear, they've dueled like 5 times. There is no way we're getting another Chaz vs Judai match, right? Like, no way. Can't be. What the hell? That's a crazy 3v3. We never had a 3v3 in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think either. Ah, his crew. I know I keep beating a dead horse at this point, but the one thing I will never, ever forgive this show on is the treatment of Bastion. He's, yet again, he's not even in the shots of the friend group being together, you know. I don't even... Was he taken out of the spirit world? I think he was taken out of the spirit world. But they don't even, like, show him at all here in that. And that is so disrespectful. Replacing him with Rei. They did that at the start of Season 3, and she did nothing at all in Season 3 to earn that spot ever. So we'll see in this season if she's earned her keep, but she ain't done that in Season 3, you know, and for being there for a whole season, that's kind of pathetic. And now she's lost Martin as well, so... But yeah, crazy stuff. So, we've got this guy, this Fujiwara, for whatever reason, right? He's got some knowledge of, you know, an evil spirit that's going on. I guess we've got now our, like, antagonistic force for the season, whatever that is. And yeah, it's going to be interesting now, because we've got a lot of mystery establishing, you know, obviously Judai's powers, what exactly he can do with them. Obviously, is Ubel still in there? Is there any conscience of Ubel, since it does seem like Judai's in full control? Does he still have the future, the super polymerization card is another question. And yeah, I'm really curious just what exactly we're going to establish this with. As this foe, this new, like, darkness of cards doesn't even seem to be able to be beaten through a card game, so what's going to happen with that? But this was a very interesting episode. Obviously, establishing we are at the end of Duel Academy's run for these characters, it seems like. Third year, graduation was mentioned as well, which is crazy. Really like the new duel discs. Those aesthetically look very pleasing to me. I like how you get a duel disc for a color based on your own rank. That's really fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing those. They are a lot better than these just standard duel discs that we got in season, well, that we've had in up throughout Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in general. Really, really like those duel discs. And yeah, unfortunately, you know, those cards were burned, so the mystery is kind of crazy. It does seem like this ancient evil force is blocking out the ability to use the cards, which is kind of crazy. And it all seems to be connected to the abandoned dorm. It seems to be two different sides here, because Fujiwara is not actually working with this ancient entity. It seems to be trying to defeat it, I guess, but at the same time trying to insert himself into the school by hypnotizing everyone into believing he was actually there. So I'm really curious just what angle he's trying to play, whose side he's even on, and obviously, you know, just what the actual, like, what's going on here? What's actually going on in this season? Is this guy a friend, a foe, you know? And just what's the final villain of GX? It's the big question here. But yeah, interesting stuff, you know, and I'm curious to see where we're going to go on with this. So guys, let's just go into episode 158. Alright guys, so 158 of GX Season 4. Let's go. Oh god, not the volcano again. Oh no. Oh god. Stop coming to the volcano!
Yuki Judai. ここがお前の墓場のようだな。
Did I miss an episode?
なんだってこんなことになってんだよ。
Did I miss an episode? Is that Meteor Dragon
さらばだ
he's got?
Yuki Judai. 行け
Yeah, Meteor Black Dragon. Did he use Yubel's power to cheat? Honestly, cheat away if you want to. Screw it. You've got the power to bend reality now. You might as well use it. I can't. Like, this guy's attire is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Yep. Interesting. We're gonna see you, Belle. At any point, even get a name drop. They literally put the Season 3 characters in the OP once and then took them right out. That is insane. They really cut you into thinking they would be important characters, but they're just not anymore. Like, they never existed. Who's this little lolly magician? No, there they are. Here they are. But they're just not relevant to the story, are they? Don't ever forget the dream that started it all. Good message. Where's Bastion? You fucks. Farewell Duel Academia, Judai's chosen path. Dude, we just came back here. We just came back here. Are you saying he's gonna go again?
僕のことを忘れちゃったの？僕だよ、藤原祐介。
藤原祐介。
そうだよ。ずっと僕たちは一緒だったじゃないか。ずっと。
I can do a cool eye thing too, bro.
俺にそんな小細工は通用しない。
Yep.
お前は一体何者なんだ？
Did he just teleport? This dude can teleport as well. Oh, what the hell?
芸の多いやつだぜ。
Yeah. He can teleport. Maybe fly, I don't know.
俺だ。至急藤原祐介ってやつの素性を調べてほしい。
Wasn't that the, like a feather of the card Neos is fused to in the intro?
誰の仕業だと？
俺は犯人を知っているような気がする。
We also don't know who Jaden's contacting right now.
霞がかかったような感覚は。
僕も心当たりがあるような。けどそれを思い出そうとすると頭がぼやけて。僕、兄貴のところに行ってくるよ。え？こんな時に頼れるのはやっぱ兄貴しかいない。
Wow. You extras got nothing.
感じる。ここで何かが起きた。
Oh, hi. Hi. Is that Night Shroud? Night Shroud is in this season? Again? I forgot all about Night Shroud, honestly. Why is he still alive, honestly? I guess he is the reoccurring villain that just won't go away. But like, what the hell? So this guy had Night Shroud's mask at some point. Possibly still does. What's up with you right now, Atticus? He still has Night Shroud. There's no way Nightshroud could be our final villain. Like, what? That's so random. He's not been established as anything more than just a mask spirit.
どうやら俺はここを去る時が来たようだぜ。
It's kind of dumb. Yeah, you're becoming a recluse, man.
兄貴10代
いないわ。
こんな大事な時に
Let the guy go, you
今
stupid
兄
cat.
貴を頼っても無意味な気がするどん。異世界から帰ってきて兄貴は変わったどん。俺たちを避けているっていうか。
Interesting.
なぜ10代が俺
Is that
たち
the
を避ける
influence of you, Belle?
わから
Wanting
な
to
いど
keep him alone?
でももう昔の兄貴じゃないって俺の恐竜 DNA が言ってるザウルス。
これは何の真似だね、10代君。
見ての通りです。俺はこの学園を去
Your
る。
graduation is around the
君
corner.
はあと半年で卒業なんだよ。
分かってます。けどこれ以上学園に迷惑をかけるわけにはいかない。
迷惑と
Bro, it's always been Shepard. He's the one
今は
he's the
うま
one
く
in
説明
charge
する
of
こ
this
とはで
crap.
きないけど、間違いない。俺がここにいればもっと迷惑がかかる。
And you fix said trouble.
異世界で起きたこと
You're the only one who ever fixes trouble.
俺はもうとにかく俺は島を出ます。放っておいてください。校長、世話になったこと礼を言います。
待つんだ、10代君。
Yeah. That's crazy.
誰だね、こんな時に。これはとんだご無礼よ。
Was it Kaiba?
はい。結城10代君に。
Was it?
わかりました。必ず伝えておきます。10代君、この学園を去る前に君に会いたがっている人たちがいる。
Was it Kaiba?
もし断るなら私もこれを預かることを断固拒否する。
俺に会いたがっているやつ。
Who would he?
行
Who
け
would
ばわか
Shepard
る。
like
大事な話らしい。
be afraid of
こ
talking
れを
to
受
in a
理す
harsh
るのはそれ
tone?
からにしよう。
Who does? Who else does he answer to other than Kaiba?
こんなところで待ち合わせなんて。こいつが待ち合わせの相手か。誰だよ一体。
Kaiba?
影丸のじいさん。
What? What?
久しぶりだな、10代。
The two previous main antagonists?
まだ我々は療養中の身だがね。
What the
こんなところに
You're still alive, old man?
他人に聞かれては困ることでね。ここまで出向いてもらった。10代君。
Oh, you should both be in prison.
頼み？残念だけど、俺はついさっき
Okay.
退学届を出してきたばかりだ。
なんだって？
俺はこの島を去る。頼みがあるなら他のやつにやってもらえ。用がそれだけなら俺は帰らせてもらうぜ。
That is crazy, seeing previous villains together.
自分一人のことだと考えているようだが、それは違う。
それはどういうことだ？
刑事だよ。虫の知らせというやつだ。
Okay. What are you even in the hospital for? You had no physical injuries. Oh dear. Oh no. One of them came back. Oh fuck.
これは。私はすでに未来を見通す力を失っている。だが、それでも巡ってきた啓示を確かめるべく、私は急遽。
Why is he still a gem? He should be in prison! How does he have power? Are you people mental? You're actually keeping these two loonies in power.
10代君、君も同じではないのかな。だからこそ君はその原因が自分にあると感じ、この島を去ろうとした。
何か知っているのか？
私の調査チームはこの島に何らかのエネルギーが噴出しようとしていることを突き止めた。それは地盤の歪みから地震が発生する。
The volcano's about to erupt, right?
自然現象のような巨大な力だ。
あくまで仮説だが、
Yeah. It was our fault.
そして君のユベルの事件。これらが複合的にこの島を中心とした。
So it's all three of our faults.
新たな事態を起こ
Well,
そう
not
として
really Judai's, but you know, the three people are in the room with us.
我ら3人に啓示があったのだ。10代。今君が去ろうと、やがて来る事態がこの島から消えることはない。
Crap.
これは我々がデュエルモンスターズを悪用した報いなのかもしれん。10代君、君にこの事態を収集してほしい。
Of course.
俺たちは
Because you two can do nothing. It's always on this poor kid's shoulders.
そう言われれば言い返す言葉はない。だが我々は未だにこのざま。
How about you guys do anything to be helpful, to redeem yourselves? Literally anything would do.
君に何が起きたのかうすうす分かっている。君は人知を超えた存在になった。だからこそ孤独で仲間から離れ、この島を去りたいのだ。気持ちはわかる。だがこれは君にしかできない新しい使命だ。君はそれを投げ出し、仲間を見捨て、島を去ることはできない。私はよく知っている。それがたとえ何が起きようと変えることのできない10代。君自身の本質だとね。我々は君が無事仲間と共にこの学園を卒業することを願っている。
よく言うぜ。
So, yeah, it's all your guys' fault, basically, for this happening. This phenomenon on the island. All the previous arcs of the show are coming up in full force. And to be fair, Yubel stuff never happened on the island ever. It was always in the spirit realm.
さっきのまたあったね、10代君。
That we do.
貴様、何者だ？私としたことが自己紹介がまだだったね。そう、名前がないと不便だな。では、トルーマン。
Truman。
真実を語る者。差し詰め、ミスター T とでも呼んでもらおうか。
Mr. T。
真実だと。
You are not Mr. T。
せっかく自己紹介したばかりで残念だが、君たちは真実に近づきすぎている。ここで消去させてもらおう。
I told you, man. I've been telling you since day one, this volcano is a problem. And it's finally coming up now, huh? That volcano needed to go long ago. Holy God! Is that another new ability now? He can actually summon the monsters for real? Neos didn't even have a laser attack. Nice. Dude, if he can actually make all of his monster spirits real now, please, good lord, hunt down a copy of Dark Magician Girl. Please do it. You know why?
Duel! 俺のターン。ドロー。来い。エレメンタルヒーロー。スパークマン。
Cool.
ターンエンド。
私のターンだ。召喚ダークアーキタイプ。
Oh god, don't be doing this again.
ダークアーキタイプ。またそいつか。
手札から速攻魔法パワーギフト。
Okay.
このカードは手札のモンスターを墓地へ
Not the same strat, at least.
そのモンスターの攻撃力分相手モンスターの攻撃力をアップする。私は攻撃力1600の灼熱
Yeah, his whole plan is like take damage and summon monsters. It's a very, very risky playstyle.
ダークアーキタイプスパークマンを攻撃。
スパークマン。
But the monster's not going to be as strong this time.
この瞬間ダークアーキタイプの効果発動。 ダークアークタイプがバトルで破壊されたとき、受けたバトルダメージと同じ攻撃力のモンスターを特殊召喚し、そのレベル分のモンスターを手札から捨てる。
普通自滅覚悟で効果発動させるか。
私はレベル6のモンスターツインヘデッドビーストを墓地へ送り、現れろメテオドラゴン。
That's what you needed. Okay, yeah.
常識にとらわれないのが私のデュエルで、
To summon the infinite power
常識の先にある
of the dark meteor of meteor black dragon. I don't remember what it's called exactly.
これで君の場にモンスターはいない。行けメテオドラゴン。
So you're gonna take a lot of damage.
これで私と君のライフは並んだ。私はカードを1枚伏せ、ターンを終了する。
俺のターン。
Summon Bubble Man. Use Bubble Man's effect. It's a special summon if it's on the field alone. We've established that. You played that thing in attack mode. Holy god. That's the first time this has happened. Woo! Jaden has that card too. Yeah. I don't think he's played that since Season 1 though. But he did have Jonin Shield. It's what saved him against Zane actually, ironically enough. That was Guilty of the Dark Knight on the thing, wasn't it?
装備モンスターの融合素材となる攻撃力1000以下のモンスターを墓地から除外し、その攻撃力分のダメージを相手に与える。
Okay. Decent burn damage. I just love, oh yeah, he's not even like physical mass, he's literally just darkness and cards. Oh, this is gonna be a big fusion. Dude, King of the Swamp. I didn't think we'd ever establish that thing. Dude, that whale was epic! Man, if you're gonna introduce King of the Swamp, you gotta tell me why no one's playing that other than him. That literally counts as any fusion material in the game. That is a busted card for the anime. You can summon anything with it, literally. You don't even need the corresponding card.
I
wonder if Cyberstein's in this anime yet. He's got his own draining shield face down, right? It looks good in the anime. And that's all we got to this point.
さらばだ、勇気10代。メテオブラックドラゴン、奴にダイレクトアタック。バーニングダークメテオ。
そう簡単にやられるかよ。トラップ発動、ヒーロー剣山。このカードは相手が攻撃してきた時、手札から1枚をランダムに選択し、それがモンスターカードだった時、特殊召喚できる。俺の手札は1枚。よって
The card that beat you last time. Why did you play it in attack mode?
メテオブラックドラゴンの攻撃力には遠く及ばん。
慌てるな、勝負はこれからだ。俺はトラップ発動、魂の結束、ソウルユニオン。このカードは墓地のエレメンタルヒーローを1枚選択し、ネオスにその攻撃力を加えることができる。俺が選ぶのはマッドボールマン。
Dude, his main strategy now is always just powering up Neos. Yep, that's just like mainly what he does now. Flick that shit out of here. Neos the Dragon Slayer. That's crazy. Media Black Dragon already dead. Let me beat you again. How many times are you gonna beat this guy? Genuinely, how many times in the season does he have to beat this fucking loser? Mr. T. Oh, that was all an illusion. Oh god, there's two of you. Oh, it's O'Brien. He's been working with him. At least he's staying relevant. Still making friends. He's doing some sketchy stuff. Ah, he's one of the missing kids. I probably should have suspected that when we saw him earlier, but yeah. So he's one of the missing students that only Atticus has ever turned up for. Are they all going to turn up in this season? Very interesting then. That is really cool. That is, that does make sense. I like that. This outro is pretty funny, honestly. Just seeing everyone play against one another. The way they present a duel in this is cool. Really cool though. What I really like is that we can use old cards that are that were never in the anime but have still been around for a long time to establish threats, right? Because I think Media Black Dragon is one of the oldest cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! It was definitely around in the Duel Monsters era of Yu-Gi-Oh! But the anime never utilized it. But I like that even at this point, all these years later, instead of having to make new boss monsters, we can just take cards from the real game and put them in the anime because they are still very good cards, and it can introduce, you know, reprints, you know, establishing more money, more revenue for these cards as well. So it is cool to see cards like Media Black Dragon, even if we doesn't have the Red Eyes card to actually summon it, you know. Because there's already a Red Eyes user in the anime, and they don't have Media Black Dragon. That is really cool, though. Alright. So our reasoning in this is that all the collective energy of the sacred beasts, of the white light, you know, of the Yubel spirit summoning, all of it centered around Duel Academy is basically ow, I just bit my tongue. It's causing it to implode, basically, and it's getting ready to implode on itself and create this burst of energy, which is crazy. So yeah, that was really cool. A nice treat to see the previous antagonists come back. To see them all together is wild. Literally, yeah, because Yubel's inside Jaden now. And so, that's pretty crazy. Unfortunately, yet again, though, it lies on Judai to fix it. It lies on Judai to actually stop the threat. And, you know, that is bleh. That is, as usual, this poor kid is forced to pick up the slack of these incompetent nitwit teachers. You know, that is that is foolish. But you know, that is what it is. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, very shockingly, I think that Atticus is the only character that hasn't actually dueled against Judai yet. Obviously, Night Shroud has, but, like, just pure Atticus versus Judai, I don't think has ever happened in the anime. And to say that anyone hasn't played Judai in the anime is genuinely shocking and baffling to me. So, that is very surprising. But I'm curious if we will get that in this at this point, you know, because Bastion's still not here for whatever reason. Is he genuinely trapped in the spirit world? Because we didn't actually account for Armin either, did we? He's also not back. Is he in the spirit world too? What happened to those two? That's a little concerning. But yeah, you know, we've got that, and we've got the Embers of Night Shroud. I don't know what exactly that means. Again, I guess he's technically like the character that keeps coming back, but he's not like Yami Bakura. He's not a threat that we've known about, think about, know an end goal of his or anything. He's just like a character that refuses to die. So maybe we're gonna have Night Shroud be a thing here. I really don't know. It's an interesting character to be like for the end game, but I would never put Night Shroud that high. So it is curious what we're gonna do with him. But yeah, it's a piece of history, obviously. It's a piece of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX that has been around, and we don't really have a clear solution to beating him, since even losing Shadow Games doesn't get rid of the guy. So I'm not sure. But yeah, really interesting stuff. I do like how we are establishing the change, right? The change in Judai at this point. He is not back to the carefree kid he was previously. You know, the trauma he had in Season 3. Just being fused with Yubel. You know, you could say this is somewhat of Yubel's influence on Judai now. Her desire to be his and his alone and only have himself to her. It's causing him to be a recluse in some sense. Even though she has her wish now, it's still separating him from his friends, and I'm curious if that is something that he has to realize and he has to reclaim, is his desire to be himself again, to have his friends. You know, he might be one with Yubel for eternity now, but he still doesn't want to lose the aspects of his life that made his current life worth living. So I'm curious how we are going to establish that going forward. But yeah, you know, the progression of Judai, especially in this season, has been pretty cool. He is a lot more serious now, which is something I'm really glad that we have of him. And I'm curious just how he's going to go along with these, and take down these threats this time, if we are in a much more serious era of Judai's character development. So that's going to be really cool to see. But yeah, the big thing now is we have Mr. T to worry about. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Mr. T's our main antagonist right now. Doesn't even die or get beaten when you beat him in a card game. So, curious what's going to go on with him right now. And obviously you've got Fujiwara as well, which I don't know what to make of. You know, has he got Night Shroud? Does he seek out Night Shroud's power? What is going on with him? I don't know. But it's been interesting right now. This season has been curious, even though I would, you know, I prefer much more light-hearted, light slice-of-life dueling at this point in the story. But I'm curious where we're going to go with this, because we are still, regardless of this, we are building up to graduation as well. So it's going to be cool. And we still have O'Brien in the plot. That's really nice to see. I like that established connection. He's not around anymore, but he's still assisting, because, you know, these are friends he's made, and, you know, problem solving is just his, you know, his thing. So that's cool. But yeah, guys, I'm going to do my cut here. We have 2 more episodes to go in this set of GX. That's exciting. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, guys. Episode 159. Let's do it. What do we got? We're going to get a match between these two. Atticus versus Fujiwara.
何のことだ藤原祐介をどうしたどこへやった藤原祐介わからん何も思い出せん
What? Who are you then? Are you not him? Okay, oh dear.
そこまでだ
Hello there, O'Brien. Nice to see you again. Of course he didn't leave. Of course. Yep.
Judai, 兄さんは大丈夫なの？
ああ、危ないとこだったけどな。あいつが助けてくれた。
Hi.
O'Brien.
He's still around. Nice to see you again, my man. You definitely earned your keep in the last season. The truth about Darkness and Judai vs Fubuki. You know, you can have other characters duel, guys, you know. You don't have to give every episode to Judai. Just want to say that. You can let someone else be part of the plot. Nice.
全国で起きているディスクに反応しないカードの調査だ。あの現象の発信源はこのデュエルアカデミアである可能性が高いことが分かった。
Yeah, after all the shit that happened last month.
どうして？
それはまだ
I can't believe that was just a month ago.
だが 藤原祐介という男が秘密を握っている。
藤原。
その男を追っているうちに君の兄さんと出くわした。
だがなぜ吹雪さんが？
そのあたりも調べはついた。かつて影丸会長は今廃屋となっている特待清涼の生徒たちを使い、
the Shadow Rider
再現を復活させ、不老不死の力を
Where
手
are
に入れよう
those
と
cards,
した。
by the way, these days? Does Judai still have them? We don't actually know whether the beast cards are anymore.
お前たちにより阻止された。
Well, one person did.
事件後、影丸会長はそれまで行っていた研究を全て中止し、被験者としていた特待清涼の生徒たちを全員解放した。しかし戻ってきていない生徒が一人だけいた。
それが藤原祐介。
Really?
その通り、藤原は当時丸藤亮、天上院吹雪と共に天才と言われた生徒だった。
Okay.
未確認情報だが、奴は秘密裏にある独自プロジェクトに取り組んでいた。
まさかダークネスか？ダークネスの力を使っていたのはセブンスターズでも吹雪さんだけだ。
He's a project? What the hell? What?
一体あそこで何があったんだ？
So Night Shroud's name in the sub is Darkness, I assume? Just Darkness?
やめて10代。
So we're gonna get a rematch?
喋れる状態じゃない。
だが真実は吹雪さんしか知らない。吹雪さん、答えてくれ。
Oh, oh my.
あなた、剣山君の言うように変わった。
Yeah?
こんなに強引じゃなかった。
Why can't you be more forceful with me instead?
戻れないこともある。
Damn, that's heavy. Yeah, let's flash back to literally 5 seconds ago. It wasn't even 10 seconds. He's gone. Of course. Stop leaving this man unattended, seriously. What the hell?
大徳寺先生、確か吹雪さんはあんたと影丸会長の研究を手伝っていたよな。ダークネスについて何か知ってるんだろ？
知ってることは全部話したにゃ。
そうかな。ほらほら、正直に話さないとこのまま流しちゃうぜ。
Do it. Even if he helps.
暗くて臭い
Do
血
it.
の池地獄ならぬ。うわ、想像したくねえや。じゃあな、先生。
Oh my god.
私と会長はすでにダークネスの力を持っていた吹雪君を利用しただけなのにゃ。彼がそれをどうやって手に入れたかは知らないのにゃ。助かったにゃ。
それじゃあやっぱり吹雪さんしか。
役に立てなくて申し訳ないにゃ。
あ、
Now what are you doing at the Slifer Red Dorm?
10代君、僕をあの場所に連れて行ってくれ。
いいのか？
Interesting.
ここだな。
Let's see where this goes.
わからない。あの頃を思い出そうとすると頭が割れるように痛む。
兄さん。
来るな。
10代。天上院君から話は聞いた。だがこれはどういうことだ？
We have to bring out the darkness.
新たな脅威が迫ろうと
Fight
している。
darkness with darkness.
脅威だと。事件の鍵、ダークネスの真相を知っているのは吹雪さんだけだ。
10代君、ここで僕とデュエルしろ。
I just said that he's the only one that didn't duel him before, and now he's gonna duel. I'm a prophet.
いいんだ、アスカ。僕はこれまで真実から目を背けてきた。それをこのままにしておくわけにはいかない。
それは
The card of darkness.
やめて。そんなことしたらもう一度ダークネスに。
やらせろ、アスカ。それしか真実を知る方法はない。
10代。
兄貴。
僕が記憶を取り戻すのが先か、ダークネスに引き込まれるのが先か。10代君、君とのデュエルに
It's even weirder in the Zane match that he had because the mask just appeared on his face. Like nothing else, it just appeared on him. It was freaky as fuck. Still, the get-up is really cool. I like how the clothes just change instantly. And instantly, he's in control. Game on! Well, let's see the Red Eyes deck again. Draw! This is crazy though, we actually need to use the power of darkness in this. Yep. It's a shame that Red Eyes is just condemned to be a villain card in this series and can't be used in any other way. Crap. Not the best. Oh man. If you had Red Eye's Metal Darkness Dragon, we'd be fucked so badly. That's one hell of an opening move. You might be cooked. You might be cooked, Judai. And you beat this guy last time with a Season 1 deck as well. You didn't even have Neos in that encounter. It's been a while since we've had Hero Signal, I think. Nice. You've played Bubble Man every single duel so far. I don't know why you weren't doing that last time. You really should have been doing that last time.
兄貴が圧倒的に不利っす。
兄さん。さあ、10代、もっと本気でかかってこい。でなければ、俺の記憶は戻らない。分かってるぜ、吹雪さん。俺のターン。俺はバブルマンにグレードソードを装備。
That's a new one.
グレードソードを装備したモンスターは1体で2体分の生贄とすることができる。俺は
into the power of Neos that he always draws. He always top decks now. Definitely not cheating. Definitely not. Yeah, but he's gonna take some serious damage from this.
そしてネオスフォースの効果発動。破壊したモンスターの攻撃力分のダメージを相手に与える。
Yep. Do you feel it? Why did he have the mask of darkness on?
俺はやっと見つけたんだよ。究極の力。ダークネスを。あれは
That's new!
なんだダークネスの力が。
吹雪さんを。
吹雪さん。
That's very new.
ただ続けろ10代。俺の魂は簡単にダークネスに落
If
ち
you
は
want
しない。
any relevancy in the series at all, it better not.
レッドアイズスピリッツ。このターン墓地に送られたレッドアイズを特殊召喚する。何
Oh crap. That is not good. Looks pretty cool though, honestly, with the veins coming from his face. Just growing on his face.
俺のターン。10代、お前のターンでネオスフォースの効果は消え、ネオスの攻撃力は元の2500にダウンしている。レッドアイズダークネス、ネオスに攻撃。
Does no one ever draw a second monster to attack for game? Like, ever? It's always gotta be just the boss monster on the field. Come on, people. You couldn't get a single monster with more points than 1100? Fucking amateur.
コンバートコンタクト。自分のフィールドにカードがないとき、手札およびデッキから1枚ずつネオスペーシアンを墓地に送り、カードを2枚引く。俺はフレアスカラブとエアハミングバードを墓地に送り、2枚のカードをドロー。
in your hand.
マジックカードオーバーソウル。墓地のエレメンタルヒーロー1体を特殊召喚。蘇れネオス。そしてマジックカードエレメンタルストーム。
How many Neos equipped cards do you have?
ネオスより元々の攻撃力の低いモンスターを破壊する。ネオス、レッドアイズダークネスドラゴンを破壊しろ。
That's a new attack.
発動。魔法反射装甲メタルプラス。マジックカードの効果を無効にし破壊する。
Let's go. We're reaching that point in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the negates are becoming more commonplace. So let's see where that goes. Crap. His hair got a lot more anime. A lot more anime. So it's like every time he gets a new turn, darkness takes over a little bit more. Oh, you're fucking dead. You are dead. This is GG from this alone.
レッドアイズダークネスメタルドラゴンの攻撃力は墓地のドラゴン族1体につき400ポイントアップ。
攻撃力4000だと。そんな。
Is that it?
攻撃を受けたら兄貴は
Is that all it does? Does it not summon monsters from the graveyard? Don't summon any dragon types from the graveyard, no? That's new.
このカードはバトルによる破壊からエレメンタルヒーローを守り、墓地のエレメンタルヒーローバブルマンを除外することで。
That's still not. Oh, convenient. Convenient. Doesn't negate damage. It cuts it in half, does it? Okay. Sure. Why not?
これでネオスの破壊は免れた。俺は
Barely.
ヒーローズガードの効果でデッキからカードを1枚ドロー。
ターンエンド。
俺のターン。
Those veins are insane.
マジック発動コンタクトソウル。フィールドにネオスがいるとき、デッキ、墓地、手札からネオスペーシアン1体を特殊召喚。
この瞬間、レッドアイズダークネスメタルの効果発動。手札を1枚捨てることでマジックの発動と効果を無効にして。
Yeah, the negates are coming out, baby. The negates in the card game are coming out. Oh no.
ドラゴン族を墓地に捨てたことで。 レッドアイズダークネスメタルの攻撃力はさらに400ポイントアップ。10代、お前の狙いはネオスペーシアングランモールを呼び出し、その効果によりレッドアイズダークネスメタルを。
Oh, you've been studying up on his deck.
だがレッドアイズダークネスメタルの前では
I actually didn't even think of Grand Mole, surprisingly.
それはどうかな。ダークネスメタルの効果を使うには手札が必要。だが吹雪さん、あんたの手札は今やゼロ。俺はこの時を待っていた。トラップ発動ヒーローズルール1。自分と相手の墓地から合計5枚のカードをゲームから除外する。
Wow.
除外するのは吹雪さん。
Fair enough.
あんたの墓地の5枚のカード。
All the dragon type monsters.
墓地のドラゴン族が減ったことでダークネスメタルの攻撃力がダウン。
I mean, that's still good. Don't get me wrong. 2,800 points is still more than Neos. Oh dear, never mind.
ネオスペース発動。ネオスの攻撃力が500ポイントアップ。そしてマジックカードヒートハート発動。ネオスの攻撃力を
Good lord. Total victory on nothing. Exactly 700 points of damage. Just like it was always meant to be. Until next. I love it, just keeps coming back and coming back. That fucking mask is never gonna go. Will someone get some scissors to that thing? Please, get some scissors to that card. Urgently.
やめろ、アスカ。これは僕が望んだことだ。
兄さん。
For real.
10代君、思い出したよ。すべて。
本当か、吹雪さん。
Alright.
藤原祐介。今思い起こせば、彼の才能は僕や亮をはるかにしのいでいた。
Really?
彼は人
He
一
was
倍
better than
デュエルを
Zane?
愛し研究した。だが、その情熱は次第に異常な方向へと向かっていった。
吹雪、俺は見つけたよ。誰も見つけることのできなかった力。闇の世界のさらに先にある力を。
ダークネス。やめろ。君の研究が本当なら、その力を手に入れるためには。
俺の魂を捧げなければならない。だが、それでもいい。俺は手に入れたいんだ。
I mean, if he's cool with it, I guess. He gave up his blood at least.
何をしているんだ。
永遠の命と力を。やめろ。
And somehow you ended up with the Mask of Darkness.
Koko. ダークネスの入り口。吹雪、お前を巻き込んですまない。俺はダークネスと一体となる。
Not quite.
藤原。
それはお前にあるよ。俺にはもう必要のないものだ。
Oh, what is it like? Like the prototype version of it? That's why he has powers naturally.
別の次元に迷い込んだ。そこで僕はこのマスクの力を
Yeah, so the mask is like a just like a Wi-Fi thing to Darkness's power, but not fully.
ダークネスに取り込まれ死んだ。
嘘だ。
お前は藤原。
どういうこと？
藤原祐介が2人いるってことになると。
別に不思議じゃない。どちらかが偽物ならな。
偽物？
お前たちがマスターを見殺しにしたんだ。
マスター。
そろそろ正体を表したらどうだ。デュエルモンスターズの精霊オネスト。
You just have this random monster? Okay. So this dude is a spirit. Interesting, I guess. Huh. Yeah, I never thought we'd go into like the lore about like the Night Shroud mask, the Darkness mask. I guess it was kind of silly to think that. Right art, at least, not necessarily in the Shadow Rider arc, but when it did come back in season 2, I guess that was a little indication about that. But even then, that was quite a long time now. Since that duel, you know, like the Zane, that was part of like the Zane Edgelord era arc, which we're long past now. That, you know, I just didn't really think about Night Shroud or Darkness as it's referred to in the sub would really come back like that. So it is interesting to get all this lore on him though. That, you know, this guy actually just created the mask as like part of his research to become one with Darkness. How, you know, this is like a way of gaining life, eternity, you know, understanding the eternity that is existence, all that kind of shit. And apparently this guy, this student who was like part of a trio of Zane and Atticus, like hasn't, like, he's not even here right now. This is actually like a dual monster spirit in favor of being the actual guy. So that is kind of interesting. And yeah, like the mask that we've seen throughout the story has just been like the original copy of the it's been like the original copy of the way to control the power of darkness. But now it seems like, you know, this Fujiwara person actually did get that and is now just one with the void or whatever. So it's interesting. This is definitely interesting. I'm curious how we actually do go about expanding this plot line. Not entirely sure right now where we're actually going with it, because obviously, you know, like, we're still gotta get to the finale here. But it's interesting, you know, it definitely is interesting, and this is definitely an intriguing, this is an intriguing situation that we're in, and I'm curious to see where it keeps going. But yeah, we actually got our match between Atticus and Jaden, something I did say we needed in this story. And there we go. I can't think of anyone else now that he's not actually played against that would be of relevance. There's Shepard, but I don't think Shepard even plays anymore. You know, that was a one-off thing for Zane, but yeah, that was pretty cool. So, good stuff there. Like seeing the Red Eyes cards, obviously. And yeah, let's just go on and see what we get to in 160. This should be good. So yeah, who's going to who this time? Let's see. Here we go. What was this spirit's name again? And why do you have the card?
Duel monstersの精霊オネスト藤原
The wings look epic, I can't lie. But wings always look incredible on anyone, so that's not a surprise.
そうさ、これが僕の本当の姿だ。
バカな。デュエルモンスターズの精霊が実体化するなんて。
Yeah.
ここはユベルの世界とは違うはずだぞ。つべこべ言わず逃げろ。こいつは本気だ。アスカ、万丈目、吹雪さんを頼む。
わかった。
Yeah.
そうはさせない。お前はマスターの仇。
Really? So they prioritize him over Judai. That's interesting.
みんなも行くんだ。兄貴、気をつけるぞ。
ならば10代。お前からだ。
Are we not dueling? You just gonna like kill him? Outright? What's going on with that? You're meant to bust out a deck and we're meant to play a card game. You're not meant to just kill him with feathered arrows? What the hell? There's a system. Fusing Souls, Neos versus the 5-God Dragon. Is this guy got 5-headed dragon? Is that its name in the Japanese version? 5-God Dragon? Damn, 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 you just ruined your cards! You just poked holes through your cards, man. That is unfortunate. How many? Oh my god, stop. What are you?
ここで奴が有機10代を始末してくれるなら、それは
Literally the biggest threat you'll ever come across. Do it. That should be priority number 1. Oh dear. Well, there goes the abandoned dorm.
O'Brien, 無事だったぞ。気をつけろ。来るぞ。
もう逃げられんぞ。
オネスト。やめろオネスト。今ここでお前が暴れても藤原祐介は戻ってこない。
黙れ。
Interesting.
マスターなら今この世界とデュエルモンスターズ界に起きている異
I guess
変
this
を
was
沈めて
his
くれた
this
は
was
ずだ。
like his ace monster, I assume.
お前たちはそのマスターを見殺しにした。
違う。彼を見殺しにしたわけじゃない。彼がダークネスに引き込まれたのは誰のせいでもない。彼は天才ゆえの好奇心にとらわれ、自らその道を歩んだ。
黙れ。
I mean, come on, do you know your master well? That is something he would do after all. Stop ruining your deck, man. Dude, play another card. Holy shit. Yeah, he's got powers too. He can make cards real. Bro got you Bell's power.
俺の魂の中にはユベルがいる。何
？10代の中にユベルが。
I guess you didn't actually find out about what happened,
俺
did
の
you?
魂の一部になった。
Yep. Finally going into this. What happened? They literally fused.
それが俺に力を与えている。影丸や西王の言うように、この事態を生み出す原因が俺自身にあるのなら、俺は型をつけなきゃならない。俺を信じろ、オネスト。教えてくれ、世界の異変とはどういうことだ。
異次元に現れた暗黒の世界、それが次々とデュエルモンスターズ界を飲み込み始めた。
暗黒の世界、それがダークネスか。
暗黒の世界はもともといろいろな世界を結ぶ次元の隙間に小さく存在していた。それが突然急激に広がった。デュエルモンスターズのカードは精霊界とこの世界をつなぐ扉の役目をし、デュエリストとデュエルモンスターズの魂をつないでいる。一枚一枚のカードにデュエリストの思いが込められれば込められるほど、その絆は強くなっていく。
That makes sense.
だが、デュエリストの思いを込められていないカードは闇に染まる。
それでは
Hence why all the new cards have been messing up.
すでに闇
Because
の
there's not
力
enough
に
time to build a
汚された
connection
カー
to
ドは
them.
放っておけば、そこから奴らがこの世界に侵食してくる。
That is
僕は
crazy
その危
plotline.
機をマスターに伝えたかった。
どうやら奴に結城10代の始末を期待するのは無理なようだ。こうなれば今持てる力の全てを使い、我々の手で奴らを葬るより他にないな。
Well, you need to die right now then, because we're kind of getting bored of fighting you. At least I'm getting bored of seeing you, you know? There's no fun when this guy can just come back endlessly. Ah, great. Dude, will you just die already? How many times?
これは
君たちをここから返すわけにはいかない。
なんだこいつ。
空中から現れたと。
そんな。
気をつけろ、そいつ人間じゃない。
これは結城10代君のお仲間たちか。お初にお目にかかる。私はトルーマン。
Mr. T for short.
お前はダークネスの使者。
貴様。
この世界で精霊が実体化するには膨大なエネルギーを消費する。その様子ではもはやお前には生き続ける力さえも残っていないようだな。
オネスト、しっかりしろ。
10代、僕が世界を救えると思っていたのはとんだ勘違いなのさ。
Yeah, you're gonna die and pass the mantle on to someone more
とっくに
worthy.
僕を見捨てていた。マスターはデッキから僕を外していたんだ。僕はきっと僕自身を惨めだと思いたくなかっただけなんだ。
バカを言うな。お前のカードは藤原祐介の遺品から俺が見つけてきたんだ。大切に保管してあった。
本当に？
ああ、俺にはわかる。きっとお前のマスターはダークネスの研究にお前を巻き込みたくなかったんだ。
10代、君は特別な存在だ。君ならきっと精霊界と人間界、この2つの世界を結び救うことができる。
オネスト、生きろ。この世界にお前の居場所がないなら、お前も俺と共に
Live on inside me, huh?
10代、ありがとう。
What's this guy doing? Just collecting spirits to add into his own being now? Like, what the hell? That's just something he can do? What, is he 1/3 honest, 1/3 Judai, and 1/3 Ubel now? What the hell? Oh, there you go. I hope your deck is optimized for it.
もうおしまいかね。いや、もう胸いっぱいだよ。
貴様だけは許さないぜ。
Let's go out of the way. Smart move.
君とは決着をつけなければならない。
Dude, you've lost twice. You've lost all credibility. You are no threat to anyone. Just piss off. There's only so many times you can fight someone, and you've taken up 3 of the 4 episodes this season so far! Like, what the hell? Why? Oh, now we're using this. Actually, Judai should add that to his deck, honestly. It's a good card. Yep. A legendary monster.
一瞬で私の呼び出すモンスターを見破るとは。そう。私の呼び出すモンスターはデュエルモンスターズの中でも最強のしもべ、5ゴッドドラゴン。
5 God Dragon. I don't know if at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh there were any other monsters with a baseline of 5k. Yeah.
5ターン目が来る前に型をつけるだけだ。
その必要はない。
That basically does confirm it though that 5 God Dragon is the strongest monster. Which is kind of crazy because there are a lot of 4K beat sticks in this anime. Well, shit. And it can only be destroyed by light creatures.
1ターン目から5ゴッドドラゴンだと。
攻撃力5000。
こんなやつ相手にどう戦うドン。
兄貴。
残念だが1ターン目の私に攻撃は許されていない。私はカードを1枚伏せ、ターンを終了する。
俺のターン。
So pressure's on big time.
5ゴッドドラゴン。相手にとって不足はないぜ。来い、ネオスペーシアン、グランモール。
That's a troll monster. Oh my god. First turn that thing.
そっか、グランモールはバトルした時ダメージ計算を行わずに。
That is such a troll first draw for this guy.
どんなに強くても
手札に戻れば最小間には時間がかかる。
行け、グランモール。
さすがだと言いたいところだが、そううまくはいかんよ。
Can you beat the monster that Yukimoto killed 3 times? Shit. Dude is like got a goat format deck. Oh my god. We are in trouble. You negate all mods. Dude. This season is just negates. It's fucking modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Where we're just negating and like nothing in the anime can prepare for that. So you just took 3,400 points of damage. Holy god. You're in trouble. I guess it also means that you can kill it with any monster above 5k now. It's not just restricted to light monsters at least. But how many of those are a thing?
私の場には5ゴッドドラゴン。だが君の場にモンスターはいない。
Please tell me you got skill drain. That is like a red eyes header, actually. Looking at it. Where has that been the entire anime? You only played that like early game Yu-Gi-Oh!
思ったよりしぶといじゃないか。だが戦況に変わりはない。カードを1枚伏せ、ターンエンド。
ここはなんとか奴の攻撃をしのぎ切るしかない。
Because even some of your strongest, like, I don't recall if he's ever managed to get a monster above 5k before. 4k it's happened quite a bit, but 5k is another thing altogether. Considering this deck is very effect heavy, this is going to be interesting. Oh wait, no, obviously the Zane match, you got a couple of monsters above 5k in that.
そしてマジックカードコクーンパーティー発動。墓地にあるネオスペーシアン1種類につきコクーンを1体デッキから特殊召喚する。現れろ。
He's just on the defensive. He cannot do anything right now to better the situation.
さらに マジックカードコンタクトを使い現れろネオスペーシアンたち。
Yep. Can't even use their hummingbird's effect.
守りを固めてくるか。だが我がファイブゴッドドラゴンの前ではそんなモンスターはゴミに過ぎない。
He is not wrong. He really
ネオ
isn't.
スペーシアンたちの効果さえ使えれば。
兄貴のモンスター効果はスキルドレインで封じられてるぞ。うるせえ。
マジックカードスペーシアギフト発動。俺の場のネオスペーシアン1種類につき1枚カードをドローする。手札の星見銃ガリスの効果発動。
Another new one.
デッキの一番上のカードを墓地に送り、それがモンスターカードだった時、そのレベル ×100 ポイントのダメージを相手に与える。モンスター以外のカードだった時、ガリスを墓地へ送る。俺が引いたのはネオス。
Who would have guessed it was
ネオスのレベ
Neos?
ルは7。よってお前に700ポイントのダメージを与えてガリスを特殊召喚。
That's not bad though. 5 defenders is pretty cool. Not even worth reacting.
聞かんな。
Man, if you get a fairy meteor crush, it's over. We win. GG.
永続魔法フューチャーフュージョンの効果が発動。新たなファイブゴッドドラゴンが召喚される。
Oh, good lord.
2体目のファイブゴッドドラゴン。
大丈夫だ。10代は鉄壁の防衛ラインを
Two
引いている。
boss monsters of the same type.
2体ならまだしのげる。
Yeah, just call it quits, man. You lost. Just accept the defeat.
パニッシャーを発動。ファイブゴッドドラゴンの攻撃力を1000にする代わり、生贄に捧げるモンスターの攻撃力1000ポイントにつき一度の攻撃を可能にする。
Oh, crap.
もしかして。
何？ファイブゴッドドラゴンを生贄にしたの？
だがこれで残ったファイブゴッドドラゴンは5回。
I don't know if I would have done that. Like, yeah, it gets away all the cards, but I would have felt a lot safer with with 2 5-god dragons at once. Plus, just seeing them on the field together, like, that's a great, like, that never happens. That's a crazy treat.
私はカードを1枚伏せ、ターンを終了する。
Crap.
勇気10代、お前の粘りもここ
Might
ま
be
で
time
だ。
to scoop.
私の伏せたカードは竜の激鱗守備モンスターに貫通ダメージを与えるカード。次のターン、お前はファイブゴッドドラゴンの攻撃を受け、
same potatoes.
俺のターン。ファイブゴッドドラゴン攻撃力5000。これを上回る攻撃力を発揮できるカード。それが引けなければ負ける。だが俺はこんなところで負けるわけにはいかない。
Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. You need the heart of the cards. Can you draw Ubel? Is Ubel in your deck? I know he's got Honest in his deck, but what the fuck is Honest gonna do?
墓地からエレメンタルヒーロー1体を特殊召喚するカードだ。
10代。
現れろネオス。
Is this all this season is gonna be? Just him spamming Neos?
オネスト、今こそお前の力を貸してくれ。オネストの特殊効果発動。
An effect from hands, huh?
オネストはネオスが場にあるとき、ネオスの攻撃力に戦う相手モンスターの攻撃力を加える。
Oh shit. That is pretty good. Ah, that's the thing from the intro! That's why he has wings. That's an insane effect. Holy crap. That's not even the strongest card he's ever played. Not even close. But he's never going over 20k again. This is why you should have kept one, you idiot. Oh, he actually lost. I wasn't keeping count.
ファイブゴッドドラゴンを
倒しやがった。
勇気10代、 今の我々はまだ真実の断片に過ぎない。
Are you still around?
大きな闇がこの世界を襲う。
Is that the end of Mr. T?
いずれまた会おう。
Oh, I'm gonna be so triggered when he comes back for the 4th time. 3 strikes, you're out, man.
お前たちを巻き込みたくないと思っていたからだろ
う。いずれまた奴らは戻ってくる。その時は俺たちも手を貸すぜ。
Of course.
お前たち
Because they're your friends.
兄貴。
The power of friendship, man.
兄貴のデュエルアカデミアザウレス。
Aww. Obviously, they're gonna help. Plus, that honest card is pretty crazy. Really nice. Like I said, I'm just liking this theme of bringing old monsters back and having them still be established, even in this time period, as still threats, you know? Because in base, you know, because like not even like just the anime, but the real life game, there is no monster with a legit base stat of over 5k. It's the most we've ever gone in the game's history. And while obviously almost any monster these days can get over that through effects and whatnot, it's not the card, it's not the number printed on the card, right? So it is cool to see that even at this point, Five-Headed Dragon is still a monster of absolute legend. It's a card that almost no one can beat properly because it's just its base attack is so ridiculous, it's near impossible. Even with all of these, you know, surprisingly, even with all of these like plot monsters, you know, connections to the past, to the spirit world, all of that shit, Five-Headed Dragon is a monster. It doesn't really have any lore behind it in the anime. It's just an incredibly powerful fusion of any kind of dragon monsters, and you know, it has 5k, so it's just the biggest beat stick in all of the anime. So, you know, that is really cool. I do like that, again, we are getting the, we're getting, like, the lore, not the lore, but we're getting, like, you know, the lore stuff of how the card game is in the anime, and yeah, Five-Headed Dragon is still hard to beat over, so that's really fun to see. And Jaden obviously once again overcoming a legendary beast, overcoming a near impossible monster to actually beat is really cool. It's fun to see that. The only thing he didn't manage to beat in this was Exodia because that wasn't his monster to beat. So it's really fun to see these effects. But yeah. So that's where we're going with this. So Darkness does seem to be like the creature, the boss monster of this season and the final part of GX, which is interesting. And I am curious to see where we're going to end up going with that because, yeah, I mean, I guess it does make sense a little bit. We are, of course, building this back to, we're connecting this back to Season 1 elements of Yu-Gi-Oh! With the Abandoned Dome that was very early on, you know. The students that we never found because only Atticus was ever found in those students, we're bringing those back. And so, yeah, this does feel decent. But like I said, it wasn't as built up as, you know, like the Egyptian stuff, as Yami Bakura, stuff like that, because I never really would have thought of the Abandoned Dawn plotline would ever come back at this point. I just thought we were done with that, you know, I felt like that was pretty well implied. But we're back once again with this, and I am curious to see how far they're going to take this, right? Because is this going to be a thing that's going to go on for the whole season? Or are we going to mostly get this out of the way right now, and then, you know, go to our roots, have like a final portion of the anime that's going to mostly be the graduation ceremony, you know, competing with like maybe different duels with each other, everyone having one final match off with each other, you know, stuff like that for the finale. Mostly the roots of what GX originally was, which was slice of life Yu-Gi-Oh! Adventures. But we'll see on that, you know. But this has been really fun. This was really cool. And yeah, this was a very interesting start to the final season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So, guys, I think that's it for me. Hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction. I have. And I'll see you guys next time when we continue on. Until then.